Welcome back, flutes. We're here with our Teaching Through Repertoire series on Galactic Adventure. We're going to do measures 13 through 22 this time. This is where we start the fast section at where it says vigorously. So its tempo is going to be much quicker than it was in the beginning, and we're going to go through each part of this. So a couple things to think about. After our first note here at 13, we get 3 beats of rest. That's not going to be time to put our flute down or go into rest position or anything. We're just going to have to wait because it's going to go by fast. Bop, 2, 3, bop, 2, 3. So you'll really only get 2 beats of rest, and then you got to breathe again and be ready to play on beat 1. So we're going to keep that flute up the whole time, all the way till we get to measure 21. At the end of measure 21, you can put it down there for a second, and you can take a breath, and then you got to be ready to go again because you only got 2 bars that time of rest. So let's go ahead and clap through our rhythm here, and remember to just think that you're going to keep your flute up that whole time. Let's clap and say measure 13 through 22. 1, 2, ready, and ta, rest, rest, ta, rest, 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 ta, rest, rest, ta, 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 dee, ta, dee, ta, 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 dee, ta, dee, ta, 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 dee, ta, dee, ta. And the end. And then we would go on to 23, but that's where we're going to stop for this video. Make sure you say ta-dee, not ta-ta. Got excited about all the music. Remember too, we have those accents. We talked about that in the intro video, and those staccatos, those dots over the note. Make sure we're emphasizing the accents a little more, and that we're separating, putting a little space between all those notes with staccato. So at measure 17, we want to hear ta, ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. It's hard to do that on the ta-dee, but ta-dee, ta-dee instead of ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. If it was legato or smooth and connected, we might want to connect them like that, but we'll ta, ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. Ta, ta, dee, ta, dee, ta. Make those as crisp and precise as you can. Make sure you're staying right with me, whether we're going fast or slow. Don't let that get ahead, because we really want to rush. We want to go faster when we play lots of notes together like that. Let's try that saying our note names. It shouldn't be too hard in here, but it might get a little fast. Try to say E flat to G or D, D, E flat when we're having to rush in the last one. G, F, E flat, D, C. You can do it, but it might take some practice there. Get your tongue used to moving that fast. So like every time, you can slow it down. If you need to go back and do the clapping and counting some more, go ahead and do that as many times as you need and slow it down. Now we'll do our note names and our fingerings, and same thing. Do this as many times as you need until you're really comfortable with it and ready to move on. Here's 13. 1, 2, ready, and G, G, A flat, G, F, C, 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 D, D, E flat, C, G, G, F, F, E flat, E flat, C, C, D, D, E flat, G, 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 F, E flat, D, C. Did you get it? That's a lot to say. It can be a tongue twister. Like I said, go back, practice it slowly. Use these controls, slow it way down. If that's not enough and you need to just go note by note and say it as slow as possible, do that too. But get to the point where you can move your fingers and say those note names all together, and then you'll be ready to move on. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and we'll try and we'll play it now. This whole section from 13 to 22 is at forte, so nice, big, full of air. Remember, don't take your flute down until you get to the end of this section. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. How'd you do? Did you make it all the way to the end there, keeping your flute up? A lot of notes there, especially in the last 4 bars of that, and make sure you're trying to do that on one steady stream of air. If you run out, you got to catch that breath quickly so nobody ever notices. But again, don't put your flute down. Don't let the audience ever know you stopped playing. Just keep it there. Try to make it with everybody else playing. Nobody will notice if you take a breath, but you got to make it look like you played that whole time. All right, that's the end of that one. Do that as many times as you need, and then you can go back. Now you've done 1 through 22, and you can do all those and try playing that whole section with the fermata and with the hold and with the tempo change and all that, and see how comfortable you can do that. Once you're ready, we'll see you in part 3 for the next section.